difficult to become an independent entrepreneur if you were going to sort of leverage away from like having a job. Because like, let's say it was a restaurant or a shoe store or, anything that had, the bigger investment because you have to get the space, you have to, buy the equipment and set up this store. And we're talking specifically of that particular business, but like a storefront, big investment. And then you had to be in that store every day. So you couldn't go and work your job and then slowly become, full time. You had to really go all in with a lot of money and all your time. And if it didn't work, it would be, very, very difficult um, when it doesn't work. It's a huge pain in a failed entrepreneurship when the picture looks like that. Here you have a much bigger potential in your business than a retail store somewhere in the world because your reach is so big. You can have a team in the thousands, and where sales are happening on the other side of the planet, you can be getting paid while you're doing something else, while you're at work, while you're on vacation or sleeping. You can create that situation for yourself, being in business without real overhead, no real bills. You don't have to rent an office. You don't have to have a secretary. You don't have to have employees. You have a very powerful business model here. So when we're offering this business model to people, if we're not aware of the advantages of our offering, maybe our offering doesn't become as powerful because we haven't actually learned that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the compensation plan that we have, which allows this to be a reality. And a digital fintech business that reaches all over the world instantly, and you get paid instantly from sales that happen from all corners of the world. And you can run this business literally on your phone, which, by the way, we're going to have something exciting coming very soon when I talk about phones. So let's now look at the ways that we get paid in our business. So let me pull that up. Trying to find a way. So I have some really exciting slides today, so I wanted to.
And let me add what you just said, Micah. I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
With our business model, what I love about us is I believe, you don't have to be an expert in crypto to be involved with us, like a lot of different platforms out there. Second, you can use sweat equity to leverage into some serious passive income assets. You use sweat equity to go out there, spread the word, build a Bellator business, turn that commission around, make a profit, and buy more assets. Truly, it is in my opinion, the perfect business model out there.
Yeah. So I would say now is really a new launch for a very sophisticated business platform. And this business platform is actually part of a trend that's happening, which is really, we can sort of say that the traditional financial systems are being disrupted by the blockchain. And this business is part of that event happening. And you are part of that event happening. And it is by volume the largest industry in the world, the financial industry. So we're going to talk about CPU, sales, commission. We're going to talk about the CPU passive income that's coming in from the nodes. We're going to talk about the Miracle Neo fees and the Miracle Neo card compensation, and sort of cover all of that in this call. So I would say, you know, this is the nerd call. Sorry. This is where you can make notes and everything.
This is the green call,
Yeah,
not nerd, but green.
nerds are cool.
Yeah.
It's the green call. Yeah. So this will be, by the way, this PDF will be in the back office. You can download it. You can, you know, have it on your computer. So this will be available to everyone. So first of all, with Bellator, you do not have to pay to play. It's a real business. So if you are someone who's here to simply be a salesperson, you can do that. And as someone who registers for free, initially you are eligible to earn from 3 levels of the 15 level compensation plan. And that is the side of things, the side of the plan that's earning money from the service, the CPU, powering transactions, transaction fees being earned, and it's coming back into that compensation plan. Now, in that compensation plan, you get 3 levels for free. And then when you become difference maker, that increases your reach in that plan to 5 levels. When you achieve winner, it increases to 10 levels. And when you achieve leader, you will earn from all 15 levels there. And for those of you who are new to this, this is, both me and Ray agree, this is really the biggest part of this, because this allows us to earn passively from transactions that are happening all over the world in stores and anything that people are buying or any services they're paying for with crypto, and also from the online sales that are happening through our crypto service. It will also pay from Miracle offices, and these are stores that are doing crypto transactions under the Miracle license, and the commissions from transacting money to crypto at retail locations is being paid in to the nodes, which is paid into that 15 level compensation plan. So how does that work? Well, it's 20% of what the nodes earn that gets split off and goes into a pool that pays into the 15 level compensation plan. So if a node earns $10, then $2 would be paid into the compensation plan, and it's split up on 15 different levels. So the benefit of that is if you have 15 levels, you can have thousands and thousands and thousands of nodes that are in those 15 levels paying every single day to you for indefinite, as long as the company's in business or as long as you live and beyond. So the example here is just showing that part of it, which is a $10 node, $2 goes into the comp plan. So then if it's on the level, and I'm going to show the comp plan so you can see it, but if that happens on the 10th level, then you're going to earn 10% of that, which is 20 cents. The service fees of Miracle Neo, we're talking the cards, and the cards have various different fees. I'm still waiting for the final version of that. Once we have that, you'll have that on the website as well. But you know, when someone uses an ATM, there's a fee. When you're paying for a product, there's a fee. When you load your card, there's a fee. So there's fees there. When someone's buying crypto through the Miracle Neo platform, someone puts, say, $10,000 in there because they want to buy Bitcoin. Then when they buy the Bitcoin on that platform, there's a fee. And so whatever that fee is, there's cost, then there's markup, and that markup is split in half. So half of the fees go to the company, and half of those fees goes to the compensation plan. So we have an example of that here. So if the fee is $3, maybe the cost is $1. These are not fees that are representing a real cost. This is just an example. So if the cost is 1, then obviously the markup is 2. Then $1 goes to the company, and 50% of that goes to the compensation plan. So that would be $1. So 10% on your 9th level will pay you 10 cents. And this then happens, hundreds of times a day or thousands of times a day. So it becomes a very lucrative business revenue source. So everyone knows, we do have services as a company who owns its own code, its own technology. We can offer services white label to other companies. So there will be an opportunity for us as affiliates to bring companies to the platform who want and need our services. For instance, you can have a network marketing company that want to be able to accept crypto. They're international. If they accept crypto, money comes in faster. They don't have to pay the Visa MasterCard fee, and it allows them and their customers to access and be part of that. And then someone in our company could bring that company, and then there's going to be a direct pay to that person who brings it, and then the rest will go into the compensation plan. Now, we haven't launched that. It is definitely something we're going to do. We just don't have a date for when that happens yet, but I'm pushing for that because I think we're really close to being able to do that. And so there's a lot of companies who are looking for that service, and we'll be able to bring that to the program, to the company. So here's a visual of what I just shared, and here you can see how the different percentages are paid out. And the reason you have a higher percentage in the middle, because typically when you have a team, that's where the most of the people will be, is sort of in the middle of the 15 levels. So then allows you to make more because you have more people here. So it's paying the higher percentages in the middle of the compensation plan. So, okay, so I think we covered that actually. So we have 5 distinct ways that we earn. 15 level pay plan. Again, that's from the fees and from the nodes paying on transactions. So that is really our passive income here. Know that the passive income is really something that takes a little bit longer to build and for it to become truly exciting. But once it starts to kick in, it becomes the consistency that we're looking for. We're looking for a residual payment that comes, and you know what's happening from month to month, and you can build a lifestyle around that. So we are building for that passive income that's reliable and it's coming month to month. And it doesn't matter what builder or team leaves you, in case they do, because the nodes will stay and Miracle Pay will continue to grow and add more customers to their platform week after week after week after week. As that customer base continues to grow, the revenue coming to each node will increase because Miracle Pay as a company continues to increase its customers. The other thing that happens as well is it's a growing industry. 2015 there was 10 million crypto users. Today there's 700 million. By 2030, they're anticipating over 1 billion people using crypto, and it become more and more part of daily life. So the revenue and the transactional volume will continue to grow at each merchant location. We have direct commission. Direct commission is really, that's you giving your link to someone and they are buying either a CPU node or a card. That is the direct commission, and we'll cover how much you get paid on the direct commission. And it is only the people that you yourself refer with your referral link. We have team binary profit, where you're getting paid when someone else makes a sale, and that happens through the two-team structure, also known as binary. So that's where you have leverage, where because you built a team, because you supported and showed someone else how to build a team, and maybe they did the same, now you're getting leverage from your team making sales, and that's happening whether you're on the phone with someone or not. It's happening. You could be sleeping, you can be at work, and then you're getting paid. On a CPU node, it's between $40 and $80. I think we'll cover that in the next slide or so. Matching bonuses. This is there where when you work with someone you personally referred to Bellator, when that person earns a binary profit, you can get a percentage paid to you based on their earnings. And we'll talk about how those percentages work. And then you have, when you advance in rank, there's a schedule of bonuses there. And these are the active programs that we have right now. And I'll make a side note that there is a very exciting leadership bonus pool that will be available to the 2 highest ranks in the company. And we're very close to putting a document out that describes that program. No one's reached that category yet, so we are releasing that very soon so that there is an understanding of what happens when you get to that category. Direct commissions. Now the direct commissions are set. They're not a distinct percentage. So it shows you when you sell one node, you will be paid $215 for that sale. And then 3 nodes, that's a $700 commission. 5 nodes, $1,175. 7 nodes, $1,715. 10 nodes, $2,480. 25 nodes, $6,275, and 50 nodes, $12,750. Now we've had a few of these 50 packs sold, and if you look at that, that is a very exciting event when that happens, because if you look at that commission is absolutely amazing when you think about how much time you have to spend at a job to be able to generate something like that. So to be able to have a side company and business where you can, once in a while be able to do that type of a sale, it's really exciting because of the large volume sale and the high commission that you're getting. So to understand a little bit more on the binary profit side, every CPU node has a 400 base point value. The mini node, which we also refer to as half a node, has a 200 base point value. So binary profits, they start at 10% commission. So when you have a full node sold on the team that has less volume, and I think I'm going to explain that a little bit for those of you who are new. In this, you have what's called a binary compensation plan. So you have basically two teams. So I refer Ray and I refer Ed. Ray goes on my left and Ed goes on my right. Now, the next person that I refer to Bellator, if they're my personal, in the way that the compensation plan is structured, that person has to be placed underneath either Ray or Ed. So if it's Ray on my left and I place that new person under Ray, then I would say that that person is on my left team and my right team would be Ed. And these are two teams. I'll never have more than two teams in a binary program. Now, if we have $5,000 worth of sales that happen on my left team, and we have $3,000 worth of sales that happen on my right team, then I will be paid on the lesser volume team, lesser volume leg. And if it's $3,000, or let's say it's a 3-pack that is sold, that's 1,200 base points, 3 times 400 points, 3 nodes, and I make 10% of that, then I'm going to earn $120 on that sale if it's happening and someone else is making that sale at 10%. Okay. And that continues and that continues. Wherever a sale is happening, if that team has less volume than the other team, I'm getting paid. If a sale happens on the team that has more volume, nothing gets paid out. So I'm always looking at my lesser volume team, lesser volume leg, to see where I'm making money as binary profits. The two sides can switch. So the right team can all of a sudden have more sales, catch up, and then the other team becomes the lesser volume leg. So it doesn't necessarily stay that way. One team can grow past the other. And the reason they do that, just for some wisdom, is because it allows you to get paid for infinite levels. So I can get paid on a sale that happens 100 levels down because it's always matching with the other team. That's what makes it affordable for a company to do that. If it's a Unilevel, you can't have 100 levels deep because you would end up paying out more commission than there is in the sale. Now, the 10% can be increased. How? Well, when I give my referral link to someone, when they buy nodes, then that creates what we call personal sales volume. So if I give my link, that is someone that I personally referred, so it's a personal sale, and that personal sale goes towards my personal sale volume. And when that reaches 10,000, then my binary profit goes from 10% to 12%. And the way for me to increase that all the way up to 20% is simply by referring more people or selling more nodes to the people I have referred. And that continues all the way up to when I've reached $50,000 in personal sales, then I'm paid 20% of every sale that happens on my lesser volume leg. Now, how does that show up in numbers? Well, on the 3-pack that I was referring to, I was paid $120. If I'm at the 20%, then it is $240 instead of $120. Now imagine as you grow this, and we're going to talk about duplication at the end of this call, but as you grow this, you'll end up having continuous sales of nodes happening from a larger and larger base and group of people. So it could be 3-packs that day at 20%, earning you $720 in that one single day, because of the leverage that you have. So that 20% makes a huge difference as your team grows bigger and bigger. So here's some examples as I was showing here. So at 16%, a 3-pack would pay 192. If you yourself made that sale, for instance, and you sell it on the lesser volume leg because you place that person there, you're the only one who gets to choose where they go. Do they go right team or do they go left team? And you can make that choice on the website. Now, of course, as you're building your team, if you have a lesser volume leg, then chances are you want to create that effect. So you put that 3-pack in that sale on your lesser volume leg. You're going to get $700 for the 3-pack plus 16% from the lesser volume binary profit. Then that gives you a total of $892 for that sale. Now, there could be somebody that is in your upline where you are on their lesser volume leg, and they could also share in that binary profit because your sale and you were on their lesser volume leg. So that's the interesting thing about binary is you don't have an exact idea of how much commission gets paid out on a sale. And you sort of do a lot of math to make sure that you stay inside of a tolerable frame where you don't pay out too much because that would hurt the company. So here's another example of personal sales volume. That's 30,000. 2 sales, 2,400, 16% binary profit. Then you have $384. Yeah. Okay. So to earn binary profit, you must achieve difference maker rank, which means you yourself need to own a CPU node and you need to sell 2, one on the left team and one on the right team. Then you become difference maker and now you've opened up binary profits. There is one more way to do that. And if you do not have, or if you haven't purchased a node yourself, then you would sell 4 nodes and you would become active and difference maker by doing so. So here's, this page is very, very important for strategy to understand how to move forward with building your business. I would say the most important part of what we're doing is we are paying people much more profit, much more revenue if they are really being leaders in the company. And so, as a new person, your main objective should be to go directly from registering to leader. Because at leader, your daily cap is $1,000. When you're difference maker and the bigger sales come in, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. You could have a sale that comes in that would normally pay you $500 from the binary profit, but because you're a difference maker, you are paid $100, and $400 does not get paid out. Now, it could be a situation that you feel is maybe unfair, but it really is necessary so that we can make the big money when we increase and eventually get to these higher ranks. It allows us to reach where we can pay up to $25,000 a day to the higher ranks. So it drives us and drives you in your business to climb that ladder and to get up to those higher daily ranks. Because when you're there, you'll be amazed at how this compensation plan pays out. So we shared what it takes to become difference maker. So that's your first step. And really, you're focusing on helping people as quickly as possible become difference makers so you can become winner. When you have 3 people that are difference maker on your team, they have to be in 3 different lines, which we can explain in a second, but then you become winner and there's a $500 bonus, and you can now get paid up to $200 a day, which is up to $6,000 a month. And then to become leader is really working with those difference makers to help them become winners. And then that lifts you up to leader. Then you're working with the winners and you're lifting them up to leader. And it's simply showing and doing what you've already done. You're teaching and doing something that you've done yourself. And that is the entire compensation plan here, is to really just help people do the exact same thing that you've done. And again, you're lifting up your leaders, and 3 of them, then you become champion. You have a $5,000 cap there. By the way, leader bonus is $2,500. A champion, you get a $10,000 bonus, and you make up to $5,000 a day. And then again, the highest level that we have is legend. That is someone who has 3 people on their team that has reached champion. Now, in our rank and rank ups, you actually do not have to have the people that are on your team. They don't have to be direct to you, but they have to be in different lines. So if you have 3 people sponsored, you can have 2 that are direct to you that are champions. Then the third one, you could be a champion that's underneath a leader or underneath a winner. They're not direct to you, but they are on that other team. And then that will qualify you still to become a legend. And I think I don't have, I think I'm going to go to this next slide. So I don't have that in front of me, but the legend bonus is what? 50? Legend bonus is 50,000.
Yeah, and also one more correction, the direct commission, it's not 215, it's 225. We made a mistake on the.
225. Okay. We'll fix that before we post it on the site. Apologies. Okay. So here is, we talked about the check matching bonus. Okay. Now, that is you earning when your team earns. So when your personal referral earns a commission from the binary profit, then you start off making 5% when you become difference maker. So if your person earns $100 binary profit, then you will earn $5 matching on that earning when you are a difference maker. If you're a winner, you'll earn a 10% matching, leader 15, champion 20, and then legend 25. So when you work with your people and they start to earn the bigger daily rewards, let's say they're doing 1,000 a day, then you will be getting $250 a day based on their binary profits and how big that is. So ranking up and climbing that ladder only continues to increase your check. Now, there's another condition here, and we built this in because we really want to see our leaders rank up and also be, having a good amount of personal residual from their nodes. And also, of course, it increases the volume on everyone's team and everybody earns more. So to earn the highest level of legend, at that point, you should have 7 nodes in your personal inventory to be able to earn the highest level in the matching bonus category. Example is just showing if the person does not have it, then it doesn't pay out the full value. All right, so here is just how we work as a company. You can register for free and you can earn 3 levels on the Unilevel, and you can earn direct commission from your sales. Now, to level up in that, you can obviously buy a CPU node and then refer one on the left and one on the right. That makes you difference maker. You go active when you buy the node. Now, if for some reason that's not a possibility, then someone can sell 4 nodes to 4 different people. So 1 node minimum to 4 different people, and then you go active that way. And then when other people then refer others, you earn binary profit. Okay, so this is a program that is there for the areas of the world where the economy is different. The way the money works in Europe and how it works in the United States is different from how it works in other places in the world. And so we created what we call the Bellator Farm Program. And that is really about a volume of people that create a phenomenal effect for the people that are participating. More people participate, higher volumes of sales. It generates a very exciting income. And we have been consulting with people who have had teams that have been growing at 20 and 30,000 a day. So it is a very, very cool part of this for those who have some connections to people who are building in some of the areas in the world where this price point is more fitting for them. So that is a super mini node, and it pays out 1/14 of what a node pays out. And when someone makes that sale, there's a $25 direct commission, and it's paid directly. Now, this product can only be bought with crypto, and it generates 33 farm points into the compensation plan. And you have a 6% binary bonus for those who are participating there. And the math on that makes it about $2 per sale that gets paid out on the lesser volume leg. We're starting the max daily binary payout at 25, but we're looking at ways to increase that. And I'm sure we will be able to do that. We're just needing to put the rules in place. So we can probably get up to 100 or 200 a day as the cap for that program. So that program comes with a 25% automatic savings plan, which will push the 25% into a wallet. And once they reach that $1,200 amount, it will trigger a Bellator CPU package sale. And then they are in both programs at the same time. But they start off in the Bellator farm and they run for life. So it's working their way up to the Bellator Life program from the farm program. So this is something that a lot of people were asking for, and we are now having amazing meetings with some teams that are coming in to build this program, and we look forward to that. So we have a $99 product price. We have a direct commission of 25. We have farm points at 23. We have a binary profit at 6%. And so when the sale happens there, then the savings wallet is $24.75. That number is actually a little bit wrong, but we will fix that. So it would be 25% of the $25. So we will correct that. So it'd be $625 would be the savings that go into the savings wallet. Again, the cap right now is 25, and farmers earn 2.5% from the Bellator Life CPU node sale. So on a sale of a Life CPU node, if that happens on their lesser volume leg, they will earn $10 on that sale, which will help for them to level up and become active in the Life program. Okay, cards are paid not in the binary, but actually in the Unilevel on the 7 first levels. So the $99 card has a direct commission of $22. Then it pays out 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 3. The 450 titanium card, the black and the silver, it pays $75 direct. Then it pays 24, 20, 17, 14, 10, 10, 7 levels deep. And the gold plated or platinum plated 550 card, direct commission 96. Then you have 30, 26, 22, 18, 14, 14. So there's another really cool way to earn additional income. And the cards are really a tool for our business builders to have our own card that we are earning from the fees, and we use it when we get paid to load the cards with our commissions. We can obviously access cash through ATMs, and we can use it for shopping wherever they accept MasterCard. There'll be more information on that, and also just know that the cards this is as basic as it's ever going to be. We will continue to increase and add value in our card program as we grow the company. But it is obviously a tool for us to use to get paid on, but it's also a product and an income generating card. So support the card and the card will support you. All right. So this PDF will be in the back office under marketing and education.
Wow, I think that was a greens presentation that was just music to their ears.
All
No,
right.
that,
So now we have an extremely powerful platform. We are able to represent a service that is really being sought out by the biggest companies in the world right now. They want to be able to offer crypto payment without having to have Visa and MasterCard in the middle. So now we have, people have the crypto cards. So if I want to go buy something, say online, if I'm buying that product with my crypto card, what's happening is I have crypto. I now switch my crypto over to cash in my card. That's a fee that comes to me. So I'm paying a fee for that. Then when I use Visa and MasterCard with the vendor, that vendor gets charged a fee. So we may be paying together 6% or 5% to buy an item. So if it's $1,000, it's $50. If it's $10,000, it's $500 to make that transaction. And that's a huge amount of money. So the consumer really pays for it. Even though the fee happens on the other side, the consumer at the end of the day, you pay for that. That 5% is coming out of your pocket. So both sides of the deal are very interested in having a pure crypto transaction. They are looking for it. That's why we're talking to the biggest merchants in the world, because they know and understand the economics of that. So we have a business that ties into this, which is several trillion dollars a year in transactional volume that's out there that we are now seeking to grab. There's no crypto opportunity since I started with crypto since 2015 to this day that can even touch what we're doing here. Nothing is even in the same universe of what we're doing that I have seen in the 10 years that I've looked at people sending me opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. They sell it, they package it, they launch it, and 2 months later, 6 months later, a year later, they're gone. Over and over and over. But when you have what we have, a real company and a real business, you need to build this thing like a real